Monday. Welcome to the On Deck podcast on the LineStar YouTube channel. Alongside my co-host, Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville, and we've got your top MLB player prop bets for today. Plus, as always, those home run calls of the day. Our picks are available on all of our partner sites like Underdog, Sleeper, CHALKBOARD, PARLAY Play, wherever you place your picks. Make sure on those sites you use the promo code LineStar. That way you can get a nice deposit match plus 1 free month of the LineStar app. And from the makers of LineStar app, a brand new tool, totally free to you, the Props Optimizer. Go check it out today and download it. And now we can turn our full attention, Tyler, to the MLB season. NBA closing that chapter, ready to move on and really dial into these MLB picks. How are you feeling on this Monday?
I'm feeling good. Happy that the NBA season is over. Unfortunate how it ended with Halliburton's injury, but hey, great job by OKC. They were the best team beginning and end of the season, so naturally makes sense. They won it all.
That it does. Sorry to all those Pacers fans that are watching this, but tough break for you guys. And yeah, that was really unfortunate with Tyrese Halliburton. You hate seeing those star players go down. Crazy that it happened multiple times in the playoffs, like we saw with Tatum.
All nonetheless, zeros.
Weird. So with that being said, let's focus on today's slate. We've got an interesting one, some good games, including I'm eyeing, Tyler, that Yankees-Reds game because this one's at the Great American Ballpark. As we all know, the Great American Small Park, they call it that for a reason. The run total there is 10 for today. We'll get into that. But first, we've got to recap Friday's picks. Unfortunately, Friday was the summer solstice. Didn't do us right. We were just 2-3 on our picks. Corbin Carroll didn't end up playing, so sorry, guys, about that pick. And Geraldo Perdomo wasn't able to get there. Jose Ramirez and Aaron Judge both delivered for us on over 1.5 total bases. In fact, Judge homered, but Matt Olson and Tyler Stevenson also not able to cash for us. But fortunately, Tyler, your home run call, Nick Kurtz with the homer at plus 390 cash. So I felt like that pick kind of squared us off on Friday. How did you feel with that pick?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get your home run call,
yeah, makes it all worth it, right? Yeah. And I also missed, I had another entry that I had and it just missed by my home run call, which was Brandon Lau. I basically took a bunch of guys on the Dinger report, the top 5, and put them on an entry, and the only one that didn't cash on the over 1.5 bases was my own home run call. Brandon Lau did not go over 1.5 bases. He just had 1, so I just missed on a nice payout for a 5-leg entry on Underdog. Nonetheless, today's Monday. Let's get back after it and really dive into this slate. We've got some interesting matchups, as I mentioned, so let's start it off here. What we're going to do is put our top 2 picks on an entry, and if that cashes, one randomly selected commenter wins $20. You got to be in it to win it. To do that, just like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. All right, Tyler, start us off here. What are you rolling with for your main prop bet of the day?
Let's roll with Elly de la Cruz. Over 1.5 total bases. LineStar is at 3.6 for their projection. Consensus is 2.3. He hits 295 versus right-handed pitching. And that's over the last 150 games. Over the last 20, that's up to 321 with a 351 ISO. He's 2 for 2 with a home run off win-ins. It's also at Great American Small Park, where it's also mid-90s. Great weather for hitting.
Yeah.
ELDC's at home. Poor pitcher. Love the spot.
Yeah, and the bullpen for the Yankees has not been great over the last month or so, so I can't fault you for going against my Yanks. But, of course, I'm going to add a Yankees guy to the mix here. Of course, we got to go a little chalky here with Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases. Now, it's a little bit less of a payout on Underdog, but I just love Judge's spot for today. Even though a lot of people have been saying he's slumping, this is still Aaron Judge we're talking about. And LineStar's projection for his bases total is 4.4. So sign me up for a guy who leads all of Major League Baseball with an 881 slugging and a 1388 OPS versus lefties. He'll be facing Cincinnati southpaw Nicola Dolo, who ranks 210th versus righty bats, is giving up a 1.26 home run per 9 rate, which is pretty high, and a 31 0.1% hard contact to righty bats throughout his career. That's a little bit on the high side, and Aaron Judge should be able to take advantage. If he doesn't, at least he can get to maybe the bullpen for Cincinnati that ranks 28th versus righty bats, also 21st in that home run per 9 category. We know Judge can smash, especially at a place like Great American Ballpark, where Judge already has a 545 average in 3 games with a home run. I know that's a small sample size, but we've got really nice conditions today because it is 93 degrees in Cincinnati today. Not much wind. It's hot. It's muggy. Look out for Judge for a bomb today. In fact, he is the highest projected to go yard today, according to the Dinger report on the LineStar app. LineStar giving him a 29.7% chance of a bomb. We'll just take over 1.5 bases and pair that with Elly and call that an entry. I think that's a pretty good entry. What about you, Tyler?
Not too bad at all.
All right. What are you going with for your bonus pick?
I got to go with the Ronald Acuna Jr. Guy's been on absolute fire. We're going over 1.5 total bases. Our LineStar projections 2.4, consensus 2.3. He is hitting 466 versus right-handed pitching over the last 20 games with a 310 ISO, and he's facing Paul Blackburn, who's allowing a 205 ISO to right-handed bats. Just not a good combination when someone is as hot and talented as Ronald Acuna. It's also 85 degrees with the wind blowing out at almost 10 miles an hour to left.
And Blackburn has struggled recently, giving up over a 300 average as well. You mentioned the ISO numbers, so I like that. I was considering Ronald Acuna Jr. maybe for a home run. I didn't end up going there. I'll tell you about our home run calls in a minute. It was a close consideration for me. However, for my bonus pick, I'm going back to the Cincinnati game. Listen, this is too good of a matchup for me to pass up. Tyler talked about it with his Elly De La Cruz pick, but I'm going TJ Friedl over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. LineStar's projection here is 3.1. And I like it considering he's cleared this 7 of the last 10 games. Lefty bat, 315 average, 874 OPS versus right-handed pitching. In fact, he's actually a top 20% hitter versus righties. And today, as Tyler talked about, he'll be facing Yankees righty Alan Wiemann, who's done well in the minors this season. 0.9 ERA, 211 opponent average, and 50 innings pitched. But his stuff isn't that overpowering, and I don't know. This is the bigs we're talking about, and at a hitter-friendly venue. Plus, the bullpen behind him is just 22nd in fielding independent pitching in the month of June. They've just been dealing with a ton of injuries, the entire pitching staff, and I think the bullpen is kind of stressed as a result of that and could be in some trouble today at such a hitter-friendly venue in those hot, muggy conditions in Cincinnati. In fact, Cincinnati's implied run total is 4.8. That's second highest behind Yankees today, where they're at 5.2. So I like Friedl here, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Elly's a good pick too, as Tyler picked for the over 1.5 bases. His hits, runs, RBI line is 2.5, and I think that's a little high for my liking, but you could also go there as well. I mean, Elly's in a great spot for today, but I liked Tyler's pivot to the bases for that particular play. Those are our picks for today. Remember to check out the Props Optimizer, the graphics that you have seen throughout. That is a look at the Props Optimizer available right now wherever you get your apps. Go check it out today. Again, it's a totally free app that can help you really find the best value in the prop market, use all the different filters to try to narrow down what the best bets of the day are. So go check that out. All right, now it is time for home run calls of the day. Tyler, where are you headed for a dinger to kick off the week here?
We're going to go with some lefty on lefty crime, and that is Cody Bellinger plus 475. LineStar only has it at a 13% chance of a home run, but he is hitting 307 with a 181 ISO off left-handed pitching over the last 150 games. He's going against Lodolo, who's allowing 39% fly balls, and 9 of his 11 home runs he's allowed have been at Great American Small Park. It's 93 degrees. Let's get a belly bomb.
All right, Tyler, in what world are we living in that you're picking a Yankee and I'm going with a Padres hitter for today? I'm going Fernando Tatis Jr. for a bomb today at plus 340. LineStar gives him about a 15% chance. He's got 14 home runs this season, and he was on a homerless drought there for a while, but he had one over the weekend. And today he'll be facing Washington Nationals lefty Mitchell Parker, who's giving up a 116 home run per 9 rate, which is a little high. 36% hard contact is also high. 2 righty bats. plus the bullpen. I'm counting on Tatis Jr. at least getting a crack at this bullpen. They're really bad at limiting the long ball. In fact, they are giving up a 2.22 home run per 9 rate over the month of June. That's 30th, dead last in all of Major League Baseball since June 1st. 17 home runs given up by the Washington Nationals bullpen this month, most of any team. And, you know, Tatis, he loves to put on a show for those Padres fans in attendance in San Diego and that hometown crowd. Get him going. 10 of his 14 home runs have come at Petco Park. So I'm rolling with Tatis Jr. here. This is kind of a gut pick. What do you think, Tyler?
I mean, Parker has been boom bust depending on if he's home or away. He's been getting crushed away. So I don't mind it from that standpoint. He's definitely faced harder matchups away. So there's that. But all in all, Tatis has been heating up for sure. So hopefully we can go out there and punish Washington for taking a bunch of our assets for Soto.
I also love that we're supporting each other's team today. I mean, what's happening on this Monday? I love it. It's a good day here at LineStar. All right, let's talk about the. Go ahead.
Be said to the Yankees pitcher that's going. Winans. He has actually been very, very good in the minors.
Yeah, he has just a .9 ERA.
Year, so it's his debut. We don't know if we're going to see the old guy or the guy that's been crushing, but
he really
I think
has.
it's an interesting spot.
Yeah, he's been doing very well. But I'm like, you know what? That's AAA. We're talking about the major leagues, and you're also talking about Great American Ballpark, which is known as one of the most hitter-friendly venues, hot temperatures, and a Cincinnati team that's been pretty good versus righties. So it's going to be a tough spot
in the minors. He's had 50 innings. Only 5 earned runs, so it's a .90 ERA, 29% K rate, low walk rate. He's been solid in the minors.
That's for sure. I'm still risking it for
that
TJ Friedl pick. Yeah, but the other thing is, as I talked about with the Friedl pick, is the bullpen for the Yankees has been like struggle bus city because they're just dealing with so many injuries. They're kind of trying to piece things together. They're getting stretched. It's kind of a mess right now with the Yankees pitching staff. So I don't mind the pick whatsoever. But yeah, it is worth noting that he has been doing really well in the minors. We don't exactly know what we're going to get out of him in this start. So good point there. Let's talk about our top 5 projected hitters for today. You guys have been enjoying me just giving you our top 5 projected on the Dinger Report on the LineStar app. So I'm going to just give it out for free on this Monday. Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, Juan Soto, Matt Wallner, Byron Buxton. Also, we should note the top 6 because Elly De La Cruz rounds off our top 6 projected to go yard today. You can check that out for yourself. In fact, we have all the hitters listed there. So if you're curious, check it out, linestarapp.com. But some decent, I almost want to say a Suzuki, Tyler. You know what?
Oh, yeah. Seiya's in a great spot. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What were you saying? Oh, on Saturday, I put out a tweet with our home run calls. Just the top 11 is what I ended up putting out there, and 5 of them hit.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, there's been days where, you know, you could go in. We've had people tell us that they just take the over 1.5 bases on some of these guys. That's actually what I did on Friday, and I missed by just one of those guys didn't cash for me, but it is a really useful tool, especially if you're, you know, placing those prop bets, the home run calls. Like you mentioned, you can find some pretty good value on there. And it's, pretty great tool, especially also your DFS lineup as well. And speaking of that, make sure to check out Tyler's DFS breakdown. He's got you covered on all things daily fantasy. So if you guys are playing today, go check out Tyler's breakdown for today, and he will help you out with that. Good luck in all of your prop betting endeavors for today. Happy Monday. Let's start off the week with a nice Money Monday. Let's put something in our pocket today. Good luck, everybody. Drop your locks below if you've got any, and let's help each other beat the books. See you tomorrow.